Should romantic relationships be banned until the age of 18? If it's one thing that continues to mystify me, it's the way that we quote unquote date. There have been countless conversations, think pieces, and podcast episodes on the rules of engagement. So, of course, we can't have a season without navigating everyone's favorite topic to argue over. The Gapseed Room is talking about dating. It's given y'all is going. First on the hit list, what makes you want to commit?
To what?
Someone.
I want to say, peace and the possibility of seeing a future with person.
In order for that to happen, you need peace.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. Last time I committed, I had a child. I don't know.
Basically, I could commit to you depending on how we have a conversation. Like, if we could sit down and talk for an hour or more, like, that'll really turn me on.
Honesty, just lay all the cards on the table. Let me see who you are, and then let me make the decision if this can work or, or not. But the more you hold back, we won't know if it's going to truly be compatible until you start showing your true colors. So let's show each other our true colors and see if, let me say yeah or nay.
What makes me want to commit to a person? Oh boy. I honestly have to feel like this person was designed exclusively for me. Seriously though, like, they have to be like the most honest, trustworthy. They have to have a sense of humor, Jesus Christ, please. You know what I mean? But they also have to have like a level of understanding as well, to understand that like we're all humans in this life too. So like, don't try put me in this cookie cutter.
I may not be the boyfriend to provide, or I got your David Yerman, I got your fucking Ferragamo, all that, what's that, and the next, right? I working, I doing what I gotta do. Bills paid, feeding you on time, I loving you as a person instead of as an object.
I feel as though that whole what you bring to the table conversation is like, that's minor. Like, what makes me committed to you is, outside of, like I said, what should already be brought to the table, could you be my emotional support? Could I sit down and vent to you? Will you have my back in the toughest of situations? When I have a mental breakdown or I am completely exhausted and burnout, will you get tired of that? Will you just say, I doing too much?
What makes you want to commit?
To what?
Someone.
I guess the person.
Fair.
Right, I mean, the person.
Commit to what?
I have to want to commit first.
Love, honor, respect, those kinds of things. But mostly the first one.
I agree. Your openness, your trustworthiness, your ability to be, your true authentic self.
Stability. Love.
I'm leaning more stability. I think in more. So it has to make sense. When you get to a certain age, it has to make sense holistically. I can't find myself just physically giving my free time to you.
I guess no. Let me be serious. Companionship. I guess.
But for me to really commit to a person, boy, it gotta be like a soul connection, to be honest. Like, because a lot of people out there, they ain't worth committed to.
I found somebody that gets me. It's weird. There's billions of humans on this planet, and then you just find one that, like, between the two of you, nothing really needs translation. Like, it's kind of weird. We could be sitting there in complete silence, and we would know what the other one is thinking. It's quite remarkable.
And I feel like I can have a future with someone who can really motivate me and bring out the best versions of me.
If I can spend time with the person and not feel like I'm missing out on something else, I can play board games instead of going out with friends. I can hang out with you and it doesn't feel like any time has passed. At that point, I'm like, okay, I know that this is someone I can really commit to. Oh.
You bought it?
This is as pageant as it gets.
I know!
And then what's in return for me? Other than just, okay, hey baby, how you doing in the morning?
Love.
But yeah, that. And I mean, kids. ...
What makes you want to commit?
Commit to what? When I said that? I never told you that. I never said I wanted to do that. I never said that. Why y'all trying to put words in my mouth? We never had that discussion.
It's SideQuest time. The season 1 cast would like a word. They unpack their thoughts on the dating games.
You gotta put in work, you gotta feed these gals. They want wings and drinks and, you know, communication and quality time and respect. All that shit.
Cars, drawers, cars, bureau drawers. Is it bureaus? Bureau drawers, refrigerator doors is pull out. Anything is pull out except for me. Cause ain't nothing feel better than busting a load, dropping a load. And I ain't talking about into the washout. See what I'm saying? Ladies don't know what it is to feel that rush.
Something just came out today. A study came out today. It says that sperm is an antidepressant for women.
Yes.
So what you saying these guys?
My girl could never be happier. You ever see them bitches of her? Smiling, glowing, some would say. Pull out or what? But yeah, real niggas don't pull out. Real niggas are staying all day, every day.
If I ask you out on the first date,
You need to pay.
you need to pay.
Yeah.
As a man, you
Depends
need
on
to pay.
facts too. Yeah.
How are you trying? You are trying to court this woman.
As a man.
How? On the first date,
You can't pay?
you tell her this gal, but you need to come take something and pay for this. You automatically lose.
Bro, out of here. Like, I will.
Now,
I-
if she offered to take
listen.
you out on the first date, have your money. Just be ready to have your money just in case.
But take us somewhere
if-
where you could pay.
But if she,
So, like, if y'all go
right,
to dinner, like, y'all go to drinks after and you pay for the drinks.
right. If she
Yeah.
take you out and she pay, take her somewhere else and you pay for the rest of that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first date. Now, second and third, if you know, if it's a back and forth thing, where she want free go and show a little bit of love, then okay. But first date,
You want
initial.
to get wine, dine, and 69.
Hello?
Huh? Hello.
It's very hard to pull off a one-night stand in the Bahamas. Let me tell you why. Because Nassau is 21/7. And when you're dealing with a 21/7 island, everyone knows everyone. And when everyone knows everyone, not everyone's gonna everyone knowing that you know their people. Very difficult. Commonplace one-night stand, Waterski Dock, 11 p.m., Saturday night, jungless, gold cap, lashes, wing adjusted to her mediocre level, whispers to you, big sexy. You're like, alright, you're a plan Z. And you do what you gotta do. It happens. Who am I to judge? Where would I be without them? Shout out to them queens. I got some skeletons in my closet. And then behind the skeletons are some fucking gargoyles. It happens.
Nick Cannon is my mentor.
Fairness, dating wise, I don't know. I pay for mistakes. I think we've all made our mistakes. I have my regrets, I'll say that. It's people who I miss. People who I probably should have been with, not been with X, Y, Z, but I believe in timing. Timing is everything, beloved. Beloved, timing is everything. So what's meant to be will be, and what ain't for you, ain't for you. Beyond that, live life. Talking is not dating.
No, it isn't. If you choose to then be mutually exclusive,
right?
To talk mutually, exclusively talk to one another, fine.
Yeah.
And then you say, we're going to put a title on this and establish that this is a
You see, the
relationship.
cliche of humans is that they just jump the gun.
Yeah. But my
They
thing
skip
is,
steps.
right? But how else how are we supposed to know?
Know what?
How are we supposed to know what the proper way to court, date,
someone is. When
What you mean? When you first,
not a lot
when
not
you
a lot
meet
of
somebody,
Bahamians grow up with a proper model of
right?
love.
I mean, it's like friends. It's like friends. When you meet your friend,
Mm-hmm.
you don't automatically want to sleep with your friend. You understand? If I just want to sleep with you, then I don't want to date you. I'm not taking you seriously. I just want.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks.
Now, if I actually want to get to know you,
Yeah.
you as a person, to see if like this is something that could possibly mesh together and we could build something from there, I want to date you, which means I'm going to talk to you.
Exclusively.
Then, right. I'm going to talk to you at first, then I'm going to talk to you exclusively, I'm going to date you.
Then wedding bells.
Yes, who more committed than real niggas? Think about this. How much niggas inside their inbox right now saying, hey beautiful, hey beautiful, hey beautiful. That's consistency. That's commitment. You know how much times that man been thinking about you through the day? Stop being stingy and answer that man. You fall in love with Joe, right? I talking about off of you. They fall in love with Joe. They want a stalker, but don't want to answer the stalkers. Yeah, they like Joneses. You're right.
Can't stand girls who I know how you actually are in real life, and online you have a whole different persona. Like use this
I think that's a different.
big bad. That's like my act. That's an action. They insane though. Yeah, honorable mention. Bitches who act one way when we know like you really lame in public, like we know
Like
you
you
in real
barely.
life.
But then that's just a lot of them just don't have
Just-
the social capacity to speak.
That ain't duality.
I don't think that's duality, Trish.
That's
no.
not duality.
Duality is saying F these niggas and then going home to your nigga. Like that's duality.
That's duality.
That's
That's duality.
Real niggas know when a real woman in front of them. I'd say that, and they know they gotta stop playing. Every real nigga know when to stop playing around and take that girl serious and to commit to that girl. Sometimes they gotta get kids cheating to do it, but they just do it.
Things are getting a bit spicy, so I have to ask, how soon should sex be introduced into the conversation?
First and foremost, I don't know anybody who like talks about planning sex. Like, oh my God, we're gonna on the 18th of July.
Well, I'm one like me. If you saying nothing, we ain't going far. So, once you don't try to introduce it on the first day, like, I feel like niggas should let gals make the move, you know? Gals know when they ready. So, you ain't gonna get it if the gal feel like you forcing them, you know, like you pressuring them. Let the gal come to you when they want. Let me tell you something. When a gal into you, when a gal gonna grind you, you gonna know. You ain't even gotta worry about it.
As soon as you're willing to let it happen.
I don't think that's a timeline.
You could do. Listen to me.
You got
I've
some
met
people
people
in
the same day
and
versus
they
3 months
still
later.
together right now after years, 10, 15 years.
90 days.
I don't believe in the 90-day rule.
First day.
I believe.
I feel like you could have sex with someone the first day and be married to that person for 50, 60 years. Like, it don't really matter, though.
I feel like it depends on, it's subjective, but I feel like even if, I don't know, this is a very tricky question.
What? What do you mean how soon? Like,
Fucking Omi or not? Oh, this me. Omi would tell you, we here for a good time, not a long time. So, you know, let's get to it. But no, I feel like it's important. Like, you know, I'm saying like you gotta be like Omi and do it like as soon as possible.
If you grown, it could happen whenever.
I plead the fifth. Mind your business on that one. Cause boy. It's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You know what I mean?
Controversial. It depends. I don't think that there's a right or wrong time. I just think that there are certain things that people think about when it happens too soon, and certain things that people think about when it happens too late, or there's just a lot of public opinion around, you know, when sex is an appropriate thing. My thing is, if you meet somebody and you feel so inclined that you want to juice on the first night, juice on the first night. That's between you, that person, and God. If you don't want to juice them at all, don't juice them at all. Just do it in your own time.
I will not tell anyone what to do in their relationship. What works for you, and I'll do what works for me.
If the sex is trash and the sex is trash, you learn to either communicate with this person. If
That
you really
saves
like
time.
them.
That'll save you quite a lot of time.
If you learn to communicate with that person and be like, hey, this what I like, this what you're doing wrong, this what I want you to do, and they're willing to cooperate with it, then yeah, we can last longer.
You can imagine being with somebody for 2 years and find out their sex is trash.
Now it's different if your intent is literally just a one night stand and y'all end up like vibing and clicking. But if y'all been talking for like months and then like, you know, like y'all link up in person for the first time and then it kind of just like you say happen organically, that's different.
And then we would say like, this me right now, sex is important, but it's not like the driving point really. Cause like me, I celibate, like, you know what I mean? And I'm glad I went on this journey of celibacy to realize that like, once you take sex out of the equation, people really ain't that fucking interested at all.
What was the question? I will abstain until marriage. Thank you very much, madam.
All we doing is talking over the phone?
Yeah, so like
it
if
can take us months to get to know each other.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So let's say y'all was talking for like 30 days over the phone calls, video
these
calls,
30, these 90
texting.
days thing.
And when y'all finally link up in person and y'all just end up like getting physical, I feel like that's still counted as the first time, and that don't really make a difference because y'all already.
Yeah. It depends. But just think.
I ain't saying go to the club, meet somebody, and then do something the same night.
No, like, we could have a bomb conversation tonight. And we can tonight. Like, I'm sorry if, like, it's the judgment, and I don't like the peanut gallery.
You gonna know. She can come to you, she can drop you hints, or she can push up on you real strong. Now, the niggas' problem is they don't know how to take hints. They don't know how to read between the lines. They're a little slow. Everything gotta be spelled out for them, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Why I gotta tell you, come here, bring that here. No, that's so unladylike. I don't like that, you know? You know, when you see me start rubbing your thigh a little bit, open your leg. What happened? You know, let it flow.
The guy job is to court. Let me court you, because if a woman is just willing to give it to me on the first night, then I'm gonna, let's be real, you can be like, but she easy. Like, but I gotta reconsider this being my girl or this being like cutter.
She might be easy. She might just need to bust a nut.
Yeah, but I don't need you to be busting a nut on every first date.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's doing it every first date. She might have already been admiring you for a while and finally mustered up the courage to come approach you on this particular night.
Niggas is going to try
she
talk
say,
to
you know
girls.
what?
Hey,
I want that piece of thing right there.
True, like a lot of people ain't really interested, and like they really don't have a lot of depth to them, and I really feel like a lot of people is be holding on to the sex factor of things. Because seriously, like take sex out of the equation, and you realize a lot of people don't even have a lot to fucking offer, bro. Like it's like, what? I'm not even interested in you. Like
It's like, okay, like if we've been talking for a week, and like I think at some point some sexual innuendos are gonna be thrown out there, and you know we're gonna laugh and we're gonna giggle and we're gonna kiki about it, and then when we get in each other's presence, like we're going to I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Like, how soon is too soon? Like, I'm not saying we have to, but it's out there.
And we chose violence for last. How financially involved should a man be in a relationship?
Well, that's the big sissy that I am, and the role that I play in like my relationships. Like I feel like the role I play, like I have to be like pretty heavily financially involved, because like any woman that I'm with, like I don't want you to do anything. Like I want to do everything, because I feel like obviously if you're this person, then you deserve like everything, the best out of me, out of just everything. You shouldn't even have to lift a finger. Like, I will carry you if I f***ing have to.
Depends on the dynamic of the relationship. Not every relationship is equal. You might be a man who'd be like, oh, I don't want my wife have to pay for anything. I just want to cook, clean, take care of the kids, take care of the house, whatever. Or you could be like, oh, I want a 50-50 relationship. It really depends on the dynamic. It doesn't really matter. If you're willing to be that provider, that sole provider, go ahead. If you're willing to find a level ground, go ahead. Even if you doing the most and she doing a little bit, or vice versa, that's entirely up to your relationship.
My father still would take care of majority of the load. Light bill paid, water bill paid, grocery in the house. Whatever needed to be done was done. My mommy was working, saving her money. But at the same time, when he didn't have it, she had no problems with stepping in. So it could fluctuate.
200%.
I agree.
I feel like I saw a post the other day. She has her money, but I'm still gonna spend mine.
I agree.
A man should be a provider. Should be a leader.
I agree.
And if he isn't prepared for that, ladies, then you're settling for something that's ridiculous.
I agree.
Let's go back to the old days.
When we talking about niggas, let's talk about niggas for a second. Niggas should be heavily financially involved because of the turmoil, stress, like the just overall disappointment that they bring to anything. So like, I feel like niggas should at least be heavily financially involved.
Very. I'm gonna say less. What? You have a problem? Okay.
Going in agreement with what you're saying, like if a gal meets you and you are 100% complete provider, I don't need you to do nothing for me. I could do whatever I
could pay the bills.
I could do all of this. Absolutely no problem. But if y'all hop into a relationship together and y'all establish like, hey, I might need help with certain things, or certain days I have it, you don't have to worry about it. Certain days I don't have it, I may need your help, whatever it is it may be. Then
that's important.
I feel like that's cool.
The earliest you establish that, the better your relationship will run.
You need to establish that from the beginning so that you know what it is going further. Because one day you might be like, oh, hey, you think you could cover this bill for me? Oh, what you mean cover this bill? I never do that before. I don't have it. You need to find a way to do it. And now y'all got rocky relationship.
Financially involved. Look, it depends on how involved you want me to be. I would think.
A man could be 100%, he could be 30%, he could be 20%. I don't know. I just feel as though once you have that stable person, then it shouldn't matter, per se. Like, I don't think it really matters. And vice versa.
I believe in equality, so I believe it should be both equally financial. You can't pick and choose equality.
If you ain't prepared to assist her, nobody's saying you gotta come in and be her daddy, right? But if you ain't financially prepared to assist her if need be, or you ain't willing to make the offer, then you need to stay single. Cause when nobody come around them, who ain't willing to help? Cause if you ain't coming to lighten my load and lessen my burdens, what you coming to do? Leave me alone.
Very, but it's a weird question. I mean, I feel like a man should take on certain responsibilities financially in a relationship. Depends on the level of relationship. You might do less with like a girlfriend or for a girlfriend than you would do for a wife. So you gotta evaluate that as things move. But certainly, I mean, you gotta really sort of strap up and bear a fair amount of the responsibility, because a part of your job is to you want to make your partner's life a little bit easier. And I mean, it's not like men aren't paid more for most things in the Bahamas anyway, which usually is the case. So if you can do more, do more.
I'm here to make you happy, and I want to change your life. I want to be different than every other nigga who had this spot. Stand out. Let me be disruptive. Let me make it known that I am not the regular guy. You know what I mean? Like, you can be serious about me because I can be serious about you.
I feel that way too. I feel like when dudes go like, they show like you know, they willing to do everything, anything. Even if you come and you say, oh, babe, you know, you straight, you need this, you need that. Like, I might don't need it, so I might be like, no, I good. It's just the fact that you know, you looking out for me. You making me feel like, you know, you got my back. Like, I'll have yours. I'd go up my way to do things for you too. I'd random. But if you make me feel like I can't come to you for nothing, then what you here for? If I still gotta go call my mommy, tell me, oh, mommy, I need $1,000. What is your purpose? Why are you here? That means they're just juicing you for the fun of it. That makes sense.
No, but for you though. For you. I feel like as reparation, like, purposes, like, men should be heavily financially involved because y'all really don't be worth nothing else. So, like, the least you could do is financially support most of the relationship.
I think 60-40 is a good balance. 60-40, 70-30.
I feel like the split or whatever you call it is based on the dynamic of the relationship. For me, if, like, say I'm married, if my wife doesn't want to work, I'm fine with that. If she does want to work, also fine with that. But I've heard people be like, oh, we split proportionally, like, oh, he makes this much, she makes that much, we split based on that. That's fine. It's whatever works for you.
Very. I don't like break niggas. Break niggas shouldn't be dating.
I feel like people who you come to someone's place, how do you expect to come to place? The light on, you want the light to shut off? It makes sense, right? Yeah. You want to watch Netflix? There's a subscription. That's just how I feel. I think men are natural providers. Do your job.
Equality. Oh, you said as if it was foreign.
No.
Let me hear it.
Here's what I will say. I just feel like there are certain things that I will be good at in our relationship and that you should be good at in our relationship. You as a man,
for example,
should provide for me and my family.
Admittedly, my preference is for a housewife, but that's just because I don't want to have to come home and cook.
Can we get an idea?
That's the Bible. The Bible say a man should provide. I will also provide. Contributive.
The Bible also said a man should not
No.
chase his wife or chase a woman, Shatta.
I didn't say chase me, I just say provide for me. Provide for me.
Oh.
So, if you like that girl, if you wanna, make sure you got some money for her, eh? Cause if that girl like you, she about to be like Pabolita Escobar on you. So, reciprocate, eh?
I've come to terms with the fact that we all have particular goals in mind when we navigate these dating streets. And each person has a different need that they want met. So, let people live. Let them have preferences. Clearly state what you want and respect people's answers to that. You're in charge of what you accept, and I believe everyone is capable of having what they want, as long as they're willing to work a little for it. Love, the Gapseed Room.